I grew up in Grimsby, Ontario, a small town in Niagara region. I had an amazing childhood, amazing family. I have great parents and a brother and a sister-in-law and 2 nephews now. All my life, I always tried to play a leadership role, as my parents will say. But I always loved to have a lot of friends, and I always seemed to take a lead. And I've always, I think from then, had a passion for leadership. Throughout my entire childhood, I also had a huge passion for horses. But I had every stuffed horse ever manufactured. I had every poster on my wall. I had every dream a little girl could possibly have about owning their own horse and having a pony one day. And my dad shared that passion with me, and he would often find ways for us to be around horses. But we really didn't have the means or the opportunity for me to take riding lessons and take it up as a kid. So fast forward, you know, I did school. I did a lot of school. I did my undergrad in psychology. I did my master's in business administration. And when I came out of that program, I was focused on career. I just wanted to climb the ladder. I was C-suite or bust. I just wanted to get promoted and be in a leadership position and achieve my career goals. And that was just kind of really tunnel focus for me when I came out of MBA. And I got to a level in my career at that point where something was missing. I worked a lot. I was in telecommunications. I had a great job. I had a budding career there, but I still was missing something. I had nothing for myself. I didn't have a passion. I didn't have a hobby. And I thought, well, maybe now's the time that I have the opportunity and I have the means to try and take a riding lesson. And I was hooked. I will never forget the day that I walked into that barn and my coach brought this little mare, Rosie, into the barn, parked her in the cross ties, handed me a grooming kit, and proceeded to teach me how to groom a horse. And it was over at that point. I was absolutely hooked. I couldn't take enough lessons. Within a few months, I was taking 3 lessons a week. Within 6 months, I was part boarding someone else's horse. And within a year, I bought my first horse, Oliver. He was a 5-year-old off the track. Any of you who have any riding experience will know that a 5-year-old off the track racing horse thoroughbred is probably not your best first horse choice, but I fell in love. I knew he was the one for me when I met him. But he did have some quirks under saddle. So when I would try to ride him, he would be very nervous. He really didn't have a lot of confidence when I wasn't on the ground with him. So we'd have challenges like just getting down the driveway or getting up to the riding ring on the top of the hill. He didn't want to leave his friends. He didn't want to leave the barn. And it got really frustrating. And I thought, well, he's my forever horse. He's not going anywhere. I've got to figure out how to make this work. We've got big dreams. We've got big plans. And I took a horsemanship clinic to learn how to be a better partner for him. And it was the most life-changing moment next to that first lesson that I can even recall. He learned that I was his leader, and he learned, like within a week, we were galloping fields far from the barn. It was the most transformational thing I'd ever seen. It was so incredible. Even more incredible was everything I learned about being his leader and what he needed from me to be a good leader were the same things that I was using and would be beneficial to use with my team at work. And it was just so profound that it just sort of planted that seed in my mind that wouldn't it be amazing one day to be able to teach leadership using these amazing animals, because I learned more in that horsemanship clinic than I had learned in my entire career before that. At that time, I finally made the leap and I said, you know, this is something I need to do. It's where my passion lies. It brings my skills, my passion, and my drive all together. And life is just too short not to do what you love. So I left my corporate job. I went and I got certified as an EAL facilitator with Cartier Farms in Saskatchewan. And I came home and Dreamwinds was created.